Baba Kama Perik Yud Mishnah Aleph. First Mishnah in the 10th chapter of Masechet Baba Kama. Mishnah says the following: Hagoel uma gozel uma achiled banav. A person steals money from somebody, or he steals, bread or oranges. Uma achiled banav. He feeds them to his children. V'hiniach lifnehem, or he leaves it before them. He leaves it and he dies. Okay, the meaning a person steals and he dies. So now the question is, do the children have to pay back the item? So the Mishnah is Pturin Milashalem. The children do not have to pay back. When are they Pturin Mishalem? Says the Bartunura. Im achalu achar mit'ata vihem v'leta be'ena Pturin Mishalem. If the children ate it, their father left them the orange. Now the children ate it. So the father stole the orange. Then he died, and now the children ate it. Okay? They're Pturin Milashalem. They don't have to pay. Why? Ha'inu lo gazu midi. Because the children, they didn't steal anything. Right? The father stole. So the father owed money for the oranges that they stole. But the children, they ate the orange that the father left them. So the children aren't, the debt of the father it doesn't pass down to the children because it's metaltalin, it's an orange. Right? And metaltalin, movable items, aren't mishu'abadim to a balchov, meaning to an owner. They're not mishu'abed. If a person dies and it leaves metaltalin, those metaltalin, they're not passed over to a balchov. But of course, if the father stole the oranges and died, and there's oranges are still there, then of course chayavin lachzor. The Mishnah says they have to return it. So when it says pturim mishalem, it means if they ate it. But if they had something sheyesh bo achrayut, meaning remember we learned about two types of property: davar she'ein bo achrayut and davar sheyesh bo achrayut. That's karka. If they have land, then chayavin mishalem. That's the Bartunura. Klomar. If the father left something that has achrayut, obligation, meaning a lien can be placed on it, which is karkaot, and chayavin l'shalem afal pi she'achlu kvar. Even though they already ate the oranges, but a lien, the father owes money to the people he stole from, and he has property. They can take a lien on his property. Hachi matarzinan matnitin the Gemara. That's how the Gemara explains, because there's all kinds of issues. Because what happens? Was the baal miya'ish? Was he not miya'ish? Etc. Etc. So we're not going to get into all that because that's beyond the scope of this Mishnah. But the Bartunura says, Ule'inyan psak halacha. But if you want to know the psak, hagozil ma'achiled banav. If you steal and you feed your children, if they eat it, whether it's before yish or after, chayavim nishalem imamon sheyanech lamivim. If your father left you property, you have to pay. Bein min nechasim sheyesh lahem achayut, bein nechasim she'ein lahem achayut. So the halacha is, doesn't matter whether yesh achrayut, in achrayut. If the father left money, you pay back what he stole. Because now we paskin, now like the Gemara, that metaltalin, the movable property like cell phones and money and whatever, are mishtabed the balchov. They can be used to pay off a lien. What happens? When the father left them nothing, the children ate the food. So now you go to the child, you ate the food, you benefited from my stolen oranges. If the children ate it before they were miya'ish, they have to pay because they ate property that belonged to somebody else. If they ate it after, they don't have to pay. They only have to pay from their father's estate, not from their own. Okay, that's the explanation of the Bartunura about this relatively seems simple but very complicated halacha. Now we turn to a totally different topic in the Mishnah. The Mishnah says, Ein portin, you cannot make change. Meaning, if first you want to make pruta. Portin is from the word pruta. You don't make change. Lo mitevat hamuchzin. Muchzin is from the meches. You can't from the box, from the pushka of the muchzin, of the tax collector. V'lo mikisho gabaim, and nor from the pocket of the gabai. The gabai, right, let's look at the Bartunura for a second. Okay. Kisho gabaim, gabai hamelech, shagobe kesef golgolet ve'arnona. Okay, you can't use it from the pocket of the gabai of the king, who is charging the money for kesef golgolet. That's head count. Ve'arnona. Arnona in Israel now. Arnona means your property taxes. Why? Why can't you take change from them? Bartunura said levishem shel gezel. Because they are theft. Meaning these people were in charge of the gabaim and the muchasim. They were in charge of collecting taxes, but they saw it as a liberal obligation. It wasn't like specific amount of taxes. They took whatever they wanted. They had the hand of the king. They had the right of the king to take money, and they took advantage of people and stole. That's exactly what the Mishnah says. It's gezel. But the Bartunura says, really interesting. That's only a tax collector. She'en lo kispa. There's no set amount. It takes what he wants, so that's gezer. Shalokech k'moshu wrote say, it takes what he wants. Aval moches Yisrael. But if there's a Jewish tax collector, she'emidu afilu melech nachri, even a non-Jewish government, v'lokech davar katsu b'chok hamachut, and he's collecting taxes according to the law. That's a no b'cheskat gazlan. That's not theft. Uproti mitevato, and you can make change. Oh, this is a really important comment. She'asur lavriach min hamecha shelo. You are not allowed to lavriach, to run away from paying taxes. The dina de malchuta dina. So it's important to point out, this Bartenura is fascinating historically and also sociologically. There's a sort of kind of like an accepted idea that, taxes, the government's on stealing, etc., etc. And it is hidden in this Mishnah, okay? That the Mishnah said that government, that the king, that the tax collector was stealing. That's only because in their times the tax collector was stealing. But if it's a certain amount of tax, you're paying the IRS, you have to pay your taxes because dina de malchuta dina, and that's the rule. Nonetheless, from these tax collectors in the Mishnah's times, you can't make change. No, and you can't even take tzedakah from them because it's not tzedakah. He stole from some guy to give to you. You can't do that. But you can make change or take tzedakah from his house, not from his collection, or from the shuk. Let's say from the Bartenura, the moches, or from the shuk. Okay, if they have money in the shuk or in their houses, you can take, and we don't assume that money was stolen as well. We'll stop here, and we'll dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Harab, Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.